Both buttons.
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh,
hello.
Hello, everybody. We have an unfamiliar face back on this screen. We're welcoming Paulus back. Hi, Paulus. How are you?
Hello. Yeah,
It's
been a while. It's been like, it just never fit my schedule. It was CES. It was like, what was it last week? Oh, last month it was the ESP Home meetup. And actually I was sick the whole day. But yeah.
You went to CES?
Yeah, you almost went to CES.
I tried.
All right. But hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Home Assistant Release Party 2026.3 already, which is third release of the year.
What? Jeez.
Yeah. Just a quick intro. Who's who here on the screen? My name is Paulus Schoutse. I'm the founder of Home Assistant, president of the Open Home Foundation.
I am Missy Corey. I'm your community manager, also known as head of shitposting. Timo.
Sorry, I'm Timo. I'm general developer at the Open Home Foundation. I've joined like 1 year ago, like since this week. And as from my accent, I'm pretty sure you know where I'm coming from. And I'm very happy to be there tonight.
Good. Hi, and I'm Frank. I'm the lead of the Home Assistant project, and I'm the one that basically writes you the release notes every month and ship you this release that we're going to talk about today. But before we do, I guess we're having some different kind of announcements still, in case you have missed it. And we want to talk about the state of something.
The state of what?
The state of what?
State of what?
The Open Home?
I'm trying to make a bridge here. Come on.
State of the Open Home. Yeah. So every year for like forever, what used to be called State of the Union, we organize an annual event in which we look back at all the things we have achieved and we look ahead of the things we want to achieve. And so we reflect on our structure, we see what's going well, we talk with like all the people that like make decisions about roadmaps and visions come on and then explain their thinking, and it's happening. We announced the website already earlier, like last month. It's happening April 8th in Utrecht in the Netherlands. And it's actually for the last, like since COVID, it has been online, and that was great. We had a lot of people watching it. We had even 1 year conference with people giving talks, which was also great. But we want to go back to in-person. Like we feel that in-person is important. It is, especially in the age of AI. You don't know what is real online, what is happening. Like, did somebody actually put effort in this? It is so cool to actually meet real people in real life. So in April 8th, we're all getting together. We have space for 400 people, and we're going to do the State of the Open Home live. And it won't just be me talking or just Frank talking. We also
No. Wait. We announce speakers tomorrow.
Oh
yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, I won't. But the speakers will be announced tomorrow, but the tickets are on sale today, right now. So we're releasing it in waves. The first wave is happening right now. Make sure you get that ticket if you want to be there. It's on a Wednesday evening. Utrecht is very accessible from across Europe by train, by car. You can fly into Schiphol and then a 30-minute train ride. You're also in Utrecht, so it's easily accessible. All the people building stuff, right? Well, not all of them, but like a lot of people working on Home Assistant, contributing to Home Assistant will be there. Commercial partners, Apollo, Nabukasa, of course, will also be there. It will be a great, great show. So
yeah, it's going to be massive. We're super stoked.
That's what we aim for. That's for sure. I just want to say, like, I've already put it on screen, but how insanely beautiful it is again. Like, we have now the website of Save the Open Home. Missy already linked it in the chat also to get tickets and such, but this is some beautiful stuff. We're upping up the game every time, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We got some great designers and web devs that have worked very hard on both of this. So shout out to Clelia and Jonas, our graphic designers, and then Dan and Darren, our web devs. They're the ones who actually built this up. Look for the Easter egg like they've been doing lately. There is an Easter egg here on this website, and I don't know if everybody actually knows about it at the foundation, to be honest.
I missed it. It's probably better because I would have spoiled it here. So.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. I know. It's if you find it, post it in chat. Absolutely, guys.
This is beautiful. I like this animation, by the way. If you start the screen, look at that punk. This is I like that. I'll show detail. This was last year. It was fun too. But yeah, this audience, I'm super stoked. I'm super excited to do it with audience again. The last time was 2019, actually.
Yep.
Was it? Oh yeah, at ING they hosted us
at ING in Amsterdam. Yeah. So having this back again, I'm so looking forward to that. If you want to go, buy some tickets. The seating are limited. 24 hours. So go while it's hot. Go get it while it's hot. Right?
If you go to purchase a ticket after this, you're watching this on the recap, whatever the fucking video on demand.
Replay.
There we go. That's what it is. A replay. There we go. And there's no tickets available right now. We are going to release more tickets later this month. So keep an eye out on our socials, in our Discord server, everywhere we're posting once we actually release more. So if you can't buy one, just wait until the end later this month.
Yes.
Language, Tito. Have you not been here?
Now we got to rate this PG-13, Missy. Yeah.
I mean, I'm already getting warned to not cuss while we're at Soto, so we'll see.
All right, that's Soto. Yeah, what else do we have? We have this month a very big release. Shall we dive into a release a little bit? We have some
let's
more
start with the release. I mean, there were some
release.
cool things that happened in the last month, but we'll just like wave it in.
Yeah, we can weave it in. That sounds good.
Okay. I want to start with talking about this release, actually, because it's not a regular release this month. We have a little bit of a different release compared to others because... oh, sorry, I was distracted by a notification. Why do I have notifications on? Anyway, we have a different release than other months because normally we have a feature-packed release, and I'm not saying this release is not feature-packed, but it doesn't ship with many, many big features, although we do have Timo here for a reason, of course. So we do have a big feature to talk about. And nevertheless, we are not shipping the release as the banger as we did last month. But instead, what we have done this month is that we focused a lot on community contributions. Most of the team have been reviewing a lot. There are so many community contributions still pending that we have decided to give it a little bit of focus and a little bit of push to get as much in as possible. And that will show in this release this month because we have a packed release with little stuff, little and big stuff. That's all from the community. It will definitely show in a bit. I'm excited to talk about that and share what we've done this month.
Before you talk about it, though, I told you, Paula, someone would notice the cute little robot that's there behind you. Can you talk about that a little bit real quick?
Yeah, well, real quick. It's just like it's a robot by God, I forgot their names, but it's a group that is part of Hugging Face, and so they've been making an open source robot that is like you can buy. You have to assemble it, and like it took me 2 evenings to assemble this thing, and it's like it has a Python SDK. You can play with it. It has like nice little apps and like, but it's mainly just very cute. So
it's so fun.
Yeah, I posted the name in the chat as well.
Oh, thank you.
Richie.
Like if you look for that, you find too many cute things and you want to buy one. Just a warning, heads up. Yeah, it's crazy expensive, but it's so cool. It's really cool. All right. So already Home Assistant integration for
Yeah,
it.
there's
Canvas.
so actually, I mean, I don't have it running right now because it's temporarily broken with the latest SDK. Somebody in China made one of the community leaders of the Home Assistant China community actually made is running the Linux voice assistant on it. So it shows up as an ESP home device. It supports a voice assistant, media player, SendSpin. So it's pretty damn fucking cool.
That's so cool. That's absolutely cool.
So 63 entities got exposed when I integrated it. Like every little nook of this thing is like camera, whatever.
That's interesting. Don't tell too much. I want one. Otherwise, it's just... the release. I want to dive into the first feature, actually, for which I'm going to share my screen to show it, unless somebody else prepped something. But let me share my screen right here. Welcome to my dashboard. I hope I'm zoomed in enough. Yeah, I'm zoomed in enough. Otherwise, the menu bar will be gone. And I want to talk about vacuums.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, vacuums in Home Assistant are nice, but they lack one specific feature that most vacuum apps have. Rooms. Right. I don't know about your vacuum, but mine, I have those Roborock thingies. They have these maps, and you can divide them into rooms. Yeah, with LiDAR, it drives around indeed, and then it makes a map. You can divide it and then create the different rooms and name them and whatnot. It's super cool. So you can actually say, go clean that room. And not the rest. Home Assistant really couldn't do that, although some integrations could. They had like a clean specific coordinates kind of thing where you had an app externally to figure out what it was, or there were third-party things that could do that. So this release, actually, we've been going in and fixed that. Let me show you how that looks, because if we now go into my devices and services here and go into...
scroll to the bottom. There you go.
The R. There we go. Let's pick up the landing vacuum right here. There we go. If I pick up this vacuum entity here and go to the little cog item here, then there's here map vacuum segments to areas. And this is where the magic happens. Here you can actually say like, hey, this thing, this office, as you've called it in your app of your vacuum cleaner, maps to this area into Home Assistant. And now all of a sudden we know how the map you have in your vacuum maps to the actual areas we have in Home Assistant, meaning we have a company action for it. We have an action that can say like clean office. And it will do just that. Simple as that. And that's really cool. It works really well. And the bigger thing for this is for the future, of course, is that we could unlock voice for this. So you can actually shout, hey, some voice assistant, clean my office.
This is actually really interesting because I have my entire first floor separated out into very unique areas that are not mapped in my Home Assistant, because my first floor has, my living room is like half of my floor, but we separated out in our vacuum. So I look forward to actually messing with this, because trying to set up the areas as you had to do in DevTools before to actually pull the area numbers to set up the automations for Roborock was a pain in the ass. So this will be really fun.
Yeah, I was previously like, I had stored a routine to like, because I also have it split up, right? Like my living room is actually like, in the Roborock, it's a dining room and a living room and then a hallway. Right. And then because the living room part has like a rug on it and I just don't want it to be on the rug. I just want it under the dining table is where all the crumbs are. Exactly. And so, yeah, I had a routine set up initially, like, because you can activate those, right? Like in Home Assistant, they become buttons, but this is nicer. This is a lot nicer.
Yeah, and if we actually go into automations, then maybe we should like show actually that there's new action. My system is, by the way, fairly empty. I still haven't started my smart home.
It's better than last month.
Is this production, Frank?
This is production, yes.
This is production, yeah.
I don't have a test instance at this point, which is just as worse, to be fair. All right, let's go into the actions without targets at this point. Let's do the old-fashioned way for a quick moment. But there's an action, clean area, where you can actually select the vacuum cleaner and let it target an area to clean, like office.
Boom.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Nice.
Time to update my cleaning automations.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice thing to do. That's it. That's vacuums. On every entity, you can find the entity settings, and in there you can find how you map the vacuum segments, as we called it. That's the most universal name, I guess, to the areas in Home Assistant. That's what we're shipping this month.
Nice. I really like this feature, and it's like, it's one of these features that, like, now that we have thought out how it should work, we're like, yeah, that's obvious. But like, it took a while for us to like, how do we want to map this? Because there's just so many ways. You're like, we could have just created areas for all your rooms in your vacuum app, and you would like hate us, or like, other ways around. So no, it does not only work with Roborox, right? It works with every vacuum that exposes these rooms.
Yeah. And for this release, that would be Matter, which is nice as a universal standard. It's Roborock, which is extremely popular, of course. We have Ecofax. Those are the three that integration types that support this new feature out of the box already as of this release.
Right.
Hopefully more to follow.
No?
No, what's happened there? They're
yeah.
often like the first to land. Yeah, that didn't happen this time.
Oh,
Jan, are you watching?
yeah.
No, so that's how it is.
Oh,
All right.
Actually, do we expose the vacuum for voice assistants?
Not yet.
So
Not yet.
we don't have an intent for it yet. If you want to do it like the way with my routine, I have those exposed as a script, and then the scripts you can expose to voice assistants, also to AI. But I think also, I mean, what I would recommend is that, because AIs can get confused easily, right? I would really focus on expose. If, like, for example, I only have like the dining table kitchen is the one I always want the voice to do. So I've only set up scripts to clean the living room and vacuum the living room. Those are two different ones. Is with mobbing, one is without mobbing, and all the others, I don't need to be able to say clean the office or something, right? Like, so I don't have that as a voice command, but only those two that I actually want to trigger. And then your success rate is 100%. Right?
For me, clean the dining table area, the dining area, that would be something I would definitely like. Like after dinner, like my kids are like 8 years old.
I have a dog.
Sometimes it's a mess.
I have a dog. She
Yeah,
just goes
so
up back.
Right.
But I don't want to do it
that
after.
one.
So I don't want to do it after dinner, because then it's like we're in the living room, right? So I try to do it like at night or like in the morning, very early, or when everybody goes to school or the office. But then I forget. I mean, that's
I see a lot of questions coming by about like, will this brand be supported soon? Will Valetudo be supported soon? These are good questions. In the end, we're an open source project. It depends on your contribution. If you want to help out building that, then please, by all means, we can use the help to build this out. That's how it works.
Valetudo relies on MQTT.
MQTT.
Right. Yep. So that one will most likely next release. I think the way things work, right, is we build it in the core platform of Home Assistant, and then we build one or two integrations on top of it. And then after that, other integration developers that don't follow the development but watch release parties learn about this new feature, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to add this as well to my vacuum. So, or there will be, like, for example, Jan is in the comments here saying, oh, I'm going to make sure MQTT gets supported. So, yeah, it will come.
Definitely.
Yes.
So while we are in the automation editor, I might just as well use the opportunity to show off another different feature here. Just because I'm here. And although the vacuum cleaner might not be the best example, so let me just like get rid of that one. Let's say you want to turn on your lights. So light turn on. I'm still doing the old-fashioned way. I'm so bad.
I do this too still.
Don't worry. So we have an action here that turns on a light. Let's say that that's the case. And let's say you also want to send a notification out. Let's create a persistent notification inside Home Assistant with a message. Oh, hi. Something happened. So this is pretty cool, right? We now have an automation that does two actions. there is a thing with automations that if for some reason, could be anything, this light wouldn't turn on, it means the automation stops. And you wouldn't get that notification. Which is by design, by the way, right? Like if an automation does something unexpected, it stops. But maybe this is a burglar notification, like somebody's breaking into your house notification kind of thing. You want to turn on all your lights, bright yellow, red, and turn on your siren and send a notification out. If at that point the light doesn't turn on, you don't care, right? You want that notification that somebody's breaking into your home. So what you can do now, as of this release, and this was already possible for a long time just in pure YAML, but we brought it into the UI. So if you click on these 3 dots, there's now a continue on error, which means if this light turning on would fail, it would still continue on sending in this persistent notification out, which is absolutely nice. There's a little indicator here showing that is happening. Really cool. It will just skip over the error.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Very nice touch.
This was this must have been a YAML for like 5 years or something, if not longer.
Yeah, I believe, 4 or 5 years ago, I wrote that thing when we did the initial automation overhaul with all the for loops and if statements and choose and such. Yeah, so it has been in there for a long time, but we figured out a way, or Wendelin figured out a way together with Marcin, I think. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But they worked on this to make this visible. It's a very nice touch, and very nice that it landed here. I think it's very
cool.
useful. Especially with those cloud integrations, right? Like, don't buy cloud devices, just saying, because that's why you might need these. Just
some AI swap taking your cloud down now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have a question. If this is triggered, if we continue on error and it skips over, is there a way to also set up something that you get a notification that something failed during that?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
It will just assume it's okay. We have discussed options in the past, and there are requests for making that happen. The discussion is how to do this without making it a developer construct. Because if you ask this to a regular engineer, they will say then we need a wrapper with a try and a catch. And you're now listening at what the hell is he talking about? That's a general way of doing handling this. There we go. There we go. Exactly. And that's something we want to avoid, right?
I also think that a non-programmer user would ever consider that, right? I want to have a try catch kind of you need to kind of think about in a way of programming to even understand that such a construct is possible, right? Most people just think linearly, step, 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 and then this is nice because they can continue. But more complicated, I think we should find some other way to get people to do more complicated stuff.
I agree, because that's something that, since I understand the automation engine and how it actually works through everything, I know, even though I didn't know it was the phrase that you guys just used, I understand that if I want this to fail, if this fails, I want to know about it, kind of thing. So not everybody thinks that way.
Yep.
Somebody asked, how does it... Oh, no, there's something else. Sorry, I will get back to the other question I want to click, but this one is there. Wouldn't it work also when doing it run in parallel? Well, the way parallel works is that if you do 3 things next to each other and you run that at the same time, then if one of them fails, then after the parallel, it would stop.
Right.
So it depends a little bit on how you set that up.
This example, true, you could do it.
Essentially, this one you could, yes. How does it look in YAML? That's easily showable, right? At a YAML, continue on error. It's true.
Yeah.
So hard. So complicated.
You could have guessed it, to be fair. I guess. And there was also this one. What do you think about a global setting to enable by default continue for every action? I think it's bad practice, to be fair. I think you should use it with care.
Yeah, because if you start, in programming, we call it swallowing errors, right? When something doesn't work, you want to know it doesn't work. Otherwise, you can never fix it, right? And that means that all of a sudden, after a week, you realize that your plant watering did not work because it never failed. and you're like,
But then your
not
plants
plant.
die.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh,
my plants
no.
die.
So
No, but that's definitely true, right? If you like do this, then you never know something is wrong.
yeah.
That's the bigger problem. So use it with care. That's also one of the reasons why it's, by the way, originally not put into the UI, because it's a food gun in a way.
Yeah.
All right. There are a lot of more messages coming by, but
This is way
think that's
more popular than I expected it to be. People are super stoked about this.
yeah, right.
But like nothing in my system ever breaks because it's all local, you know.
You always replace your batteries right on time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay. That's so bad, by the way. Just saying. All right. Yeah, I think I will stop here.
Oh,
By the way,
It was a good release. Thanks everyone.
bye, guys.
no. I want to stop my story, but I do want to say something else, by the way, before we dive in, because Timo has such a nice sweater on.
Oh,
That's-
Yeah, it's super nice.
oh, it's so good.
Hope
It
you
looks
like
so
it.
comfy too.
Yours, Paul, is also great, by the way.
It's
Just
good.
saying.
Yeah. And look, I got the
I'm
Oh,
wearing
oh,
Home
oh.
Assistant merch too.
No,
Yeah.
you have a Data Dog shirt
100%.
on. You should be ashamed.
that dog.
I should.
Well, Datadog is nothing wrong with Datadog. It's cloud service though, but still, it's.
Yeah.
I have the same shirt. Anyway, I have the old merch as well, which is then bad, but still. But
That's
yeah,
true. That one is no longer available because what happened? We have launched a brand new merch store, and it is a whole rethinking of our approach to merch. So previously, we were working with a company. I'm not going to call them out, but because we moved on. But what the company was doing, printing on demand. So we had a gazillion designs, and whenever you would place an order, this company would then outsource it to one of their printing companies, either in Europe or the US, and they would ship it to you. That was causing some trouble for us because we could not reliably guarantee the quality. And sometimes people buying something from the Open Home Foundation had a bad experience. And if there's something we don't like, it's bad experiences. And we could also not do quality control, like how good is this fabric, how sustainably is it sourced, like how durable is it? And so
And then the shipping problems with some European countries. Some people would take months to actually get their stuff, and it was just awful. Frank ran into that problem once.
Right.
It's awful.
And so we've been working
again, by the way,
Yeah.
just said.
So we've been working behind the scenes on a brand new merch store. And this one is from A to Z, completely made in the spirit of how the Open Home Foundation also builds software and how we treat people and how we treat your data, right? Like this is excellent. So the new merch store is here. We made a blog post a few weeks ago announcing it. It is live. You can order it from today. We have 2 stores, one in the United States, one in Europe. Our shipping, we ship from the Czech Republic in Europe. And yeah,
I think we have a warehousing in the UK, and the Czech Republic is where our shipping comes from. So if you're in the UK, you don't have to worry about those customs issues. And then North America, we also have our own warehousing for Canada and the US.
And the TTHP, it continues on error. Yes, it does.
So the quality of this stuff is amazing. We've been we've sourced, like it's super soft. It's like, it feels really good. It like fits well. It is really, really nice.
The way it's like put on is really good as well. Like it doesn't like wash out.
Oh,
does look very nice as well.
Right, in the printing stuff.
It does looks very nice as well. And it took only 2 days when I made my order to get it.
Nice. Yeah. So, and if you click on a product, I just want to show another thing. So every sale of every piece of merch supports the Open Home Foundation. So can you scroll to the bottom? Well, let's scroll to the bottom first. We actually include, because we love transparency, we love showing you how the pie is made. We're including a price breakdown. So you can exactly see what is the manufacturing cost, the warehousing cost, operational cost, and then how much of this cost is benefiting the Open Home Foundation. And that is on average 30%. That's what we're aiming for. So you get a high quality product, you show your love for the Open Home Foundation, and you support our work all at the same time. So highly, highly recommended. Check it out.
It even shows the monetary value actually when you hover over it.
Yeah, for each one. So it actually, on each merch item, you actually can do that. So there's one thing I caught early in when we went live was, are we going to have... Oh, those stickers are so good.
No.
The Home Assistant mugs. We don't have mugs though, guys. We lost the mugs when we switched stores. So when we launched, I actually told Anton, our e-commerce manager, about this. So we should have those in the near future, because that is definitely something I want to make sure we have, is like parity from the previous store. We have a lot of different cool shit that we just haven't put over here yet. So
we should reach out to Amber or something, like making it's a smart mug that can be integrated as well. Might be a good idea.
We thought about that, but the sustainability is not great.
All right, that's definitely true. I agree. That is true.
Yeah.
Cool. I want mugs. Yes.
Yes, mugs would be great.
Could you?
There are some.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Go on. Tell
Oh,
me.
I was gonna. Can you open one of the sweater again or the hoodie? I just wanna highlight, because in the description, right, like we talk about our source integrity. It's made by Earth Positive, and so it's all like certified and like sustainably sourced. So that's also really, really nice. That's
and the colors are just so much brighter too than the quality of the print is just so much better than the last store.
I think the end of the day, that what I always found the most important, that it should like be one of my favorite comfy shirts and hoodies. I think we did achieve that, like all of them. To be fair, we had the old ones were nice, but this is just comfy. I really wear them too much. To be fair, they're truly comfy. All honesty, they are. I have quite a lot of like swag from different brands and whatnot. This is just straight up good stuff. That's what we wanted to do. Hey, there was some questions in the chat as well. One from Cheetah was like, can we contribute designs?
You can always try. We cannot. so we cannot guarantee, of course, that it will be used. So the reason for that is because we have to, in this new model where we previously was print on demand, now we actually have to have a warehouse. So we have to choose designs carefully. And if we choose a design, we have to buy in advance, this many large, this many medium, this many extra large. And so we have to stock all of these in our warehouse basically until you guys buy them, right? And so you can contribute designs, but we need to make sure that we think those designs will sell. Because if they don't sell, then we're just stocking them forever.
I want to acknowledge something that people keep bringing up is CHF. Why is it in Swiss francs? That's actually a platform limitation, and we're really sorry about that. You're going to have to rely on currency conversion for now. When we plan on switching platforms in the future, and that should open up our ability to switch the currency itself. Yeah. So if you are in Europe and you are purchasing, it's going to show in Swiss francs. That's perfectly normal. You'll end up doing the conversion on your bank side. For the US, it is and US and Canada, it is showing Canadian dollars and US dollars. So,
we're a Swiss foundation after all, right?
We are. Yeah, we're registered in Switzerland. So that's why it's like that. Honestly, tax purposes, guys. If something's in Swiss francs, it's because of the taxes. Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Look at that.
Love it.
All right. And this is also cool. Thank you so much for ordering. By the way, you support the foundation with this, right? Just to be clear, the as Paul has pointed out, there's a price breakdown here, and there's a contribution to the foundation, and that allows us to.
We're showing stuff in francs.
Such a bad joke. It took a minute for it lands, but at least we show like you're supporting our work and what we do, and that's why we can keep doing what we do. All right. The merch. By the way, I have quite a bit, but I haven't got the beanie yet. That should be fixed. That one is cool, actually.
It was really well received. We brought a bunch of the beanies and we gave them to YouTubers that we met at CES, and all of them, they loved it.
Cool.
Those who were in our creator network when we were actually sending out samples, they all have it too, and they love it. Yeah. It's great.
Nice. All right, I will stop this infomercial at this point. No, it's not. But we are really proud. We are really proud of what we've achieved here. I thank you, Anton, by the way. It's our e-commerce manager, to work on this so hard for the last few months. It's just nice. Yeah. The quality of stuff is just great. All right, that was a detour, obviously, but still a good one. A good one. Should we talk about I don't know, Jarvis?
Oh yeah, let's go to Android.
Yeah, let's go to talk to Jarvis. So that's my turn.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to bridge again. But
I'm here to show you today what I've been working on this month. Maybe a bit more. I don't remember exactly when I started working on this. Just so you know, everything that I'm going to show right now, it's already available on the store. It has been pushed this morning and already approved by Google. So it's quite nice because we had some troubles in the past.
Android app.
Boom.
You can already update and get what you're going to see.
Nice.
Missy, maybe you can share my screen?
Oh, no, Frank's got it. It's okay.
Ah, okay.
Sorry.
Cool. Thank you.
My bad.
Slow.
No, so, just give me something to cue on, like share my screen. That would help, yes.
So, yeah, I have two phones on my desk. The one on the right, it's a Pixel 6 from Google. It's running Android 16. And the one on the left is running Android 9. And it's
trying to get Timo in, but sorry. There we go. No, still not. I'm so sorry, guys. There we go.
There we go.
Cool. Oh, my face.
Yeah. Well, you were showing off your phone, so I was like, okay.
Yeah. So this one is OnePlus 3, and I wanted to show this phone because it's 10 years old now today. It's still working nicely, and it's a shame that we cannot use it anymore because it doesn't get any update anymore. But, well, we are still supporting it. The companion app is still working on it, and it might be slow sometime, but at least it works. And it's important for this demo that you will see a bit later. So let's go back to Jarvis. Hey, Jarvis, turn on the light.
Which light would you like to turn on?
Turn on the light in the bedroom.
The bed light has been turned on.
Hey, so what I wanted to show you is I didn't touch my phone, and it was locked. And I was able to use a wake word, hey Jarvis, so it's going to trigger again. And it directly started my preferred pipeline with Assist, running Home Assistant Cloud. I was able to interact with it without even touching my phone. So a bit like the VP experience, but on your phone. The nice thing about it, everything is running locally on your phone. So yes, we are going to listen all the time. The microphone is always on. Like when you are using the famous one on Google. I won't say it, otherwise it's going to trigger everywhere. Here we are basically replacing it with the one from Home Assistant, and everything is running locally. So even if you, for instance, kill internet, it's going to continue to detect the wake word. The counterpart of this is it's going to take some battery. From the beta test, we saw that it's going to take 15% per day if you keep it on all the time. And that's because of Google, by the way. They are not allowing us to use the underlying hardware that actually they are using. It's limited to OEM. It's a shame. I hope that at some point they will open up this for us to use. So 15% of battery is used. That's mostly probably for people that are running wall tablets and things like that. But yeah.
I think that's where it's great, right? Like we see this as really a solution. Like, oh, you have an old Android phone, you have a wall tablet that you're using that is using Android, now using the Home Assistant app, you can actually use it as a voice assistant for
Exactly.
with the wake word expertise, like the micro wake word. It's our own wake word engine, license free, open source, that was built by Kevin. It is amazing, and we built it actually because every other wake word engine out there was requiring license fees, and that doesn't work with open source. So Kevin built one from scratch, and this now can power on any of your old Android phones or any wall tablet.
With a but. Like right now, if I'm going to show you how to enable it, basically it's quite easy, and it's going to be even easier in future release. But because right now it's currently in experimental mode, but later on it's going to be even more integrated within Home Assistant itself. You can go in the settings, you just open the companion app settings, and then you scroll down into this long list of items that we should do something about it. And
I was not
click
going to
on
say it, but yeah.
assist for Android. Well, we simply have too many things, too many features, because we want to get the most of your phone. But yeah, we could probably do better in how to organize it. So you click on assist for Android, and then you enter into this new screen where you can actually set Home Assistant as your default assistant. It's a requirement that you set Home Assistant as a default assistant, otherwise it doesn't work. Here, it's going to change depending on the version of Android you are, but it's mostly the same. You will be able to select the Assist app or Digital Assistant or whatever the name it is. You can then pick Home Assistant. Yes. Go back to the app, and now you can enable the wake word detection. And there, you can already pick between 3 wake word, the one that we also have on the VP. You can also test your wake word, and it's already enabled. But hey, if I say it again, hey Jarvis, it's opening still on the Pixel, because we are doing exactly the same as on the VP. If there is multiple VP listening and your phone, only the first one, like the fastest one, is going to open the assist dialog, and you will be able to continue the conversation there. So in order to show
immediately
you,
hook in, by the way, because this is actually a question that came up in the chat. Is like, what happens if a voice VP is nearby?
Yep.
So exactly, if there is a voice PE nearby, it's going to just select, well, continue the conversation on the one that detected the wake word at first. So let me show you that it's work on this Android 9 device, because I really wanted to highlight that it works on this old device, and you get also a
that
good
is
experience.
old, right? Like Android 9 is old.
It's 10 years old. Like this device was released in 2016, so it's quite old. So let's go into, I've made a script, and this script is going to be able to turn off the word detection on my Pixel, so it can detect on the OnePlus, because the OnePlus is going to be slower. So I run the script. Now it's done. And like I said, hey Jarvis. If Timo effect doesn't work. Hey Jarvis. Oh, turn on the light.
Which light would you like to turn on?
The light is in the bedroom.
Bed light has been turned on.
So here, basically didn't detect my voice, because I'm bad at saying this wake word, but I didn't want to use the one about Nabu, otherwise everyone is going to trigger. So the nice thing is it's also working for all devices there. So if I say, hey Jarvis, it also works on Android 9. So there is some downside of this, is that it doesn't work on all the Android devices that we support, actually. There is one case where it doesn't work, and Frank, you have one.
Yeah, I'm so. Of course, I have
since 2019, Google decided, and with a good reason, to say that if you want to have the Play Store running on your device, you need a device that supports a CPU architecture supporting 64 bytes. So since 7 years now, But devices that has been made before and also a bit after that didn't need the Play services were running on a CPU architecture targeting 32 bytes. And all these devices that targets 32 bytes are not supported by these features at the moment. So if you go into the settings and you actually see that there is a small note saying it's not supported for this hardware, that's the reason. Because unfortunately for this hardware, we cannot run it. That's a shame, but yeah, that's the only limitation that we have right now. And have you seen that on these OnePlus devices that is 10 years old, it's still super fast, and I was able to interact with it without touching the screen. What did I forget? Oh, and the scripts that I've showed you actually is quite important because, yeah, like Paulus just said, it's mostly for people that are actually running a wall tablet, but you might want to use it on your phone because why not? Here, we've made already available this possibility to send a notification to your phone that actually disables the wake word detection or enable it again. And once it's disabled, it's not going to use the CPU and the microphone. So it's going to save battery. So you could come up with an automation saying, hey, when you are leaving home, just disable the wake word detection. And when you are back at home, just enable it again. And you save a lot of battery and you only keep it on when it makes sense because most probably you want to interact with your house when you are within your house. Many things will change in the next release, but that's the first one where we want to make with the wake word detection. If you have anything you want to share, just go on GitHub or on Discord and just tell us about it. Even if it's a nice experience or a bad experience, just share it because it will push us to deliver some new things.
We did get quite a bunch of questions, a lot of chatter in the chat actually about this feature, so that's really cool. But the one that stood out immediately, which dropped immediately, is the people that are, I guess, like me, a little bit jealous, went for an iPhone.
Yeah.
Well, that's I'm sad to say, but that won't happen because it's not open as on Android, and Apple did not open this at all, so you won't have it. I know that with Bruno, we've discussed a possibility to actually use the wake word while the discussion is ongoing. That's, by the way, coming in the next release of the application. It's already there, but didn't make it to this release for Android. So that could be something that we do on iOS. But the wake word detection itself on Apple, we don't see it happening like.
I mean, if we're lucky, the EU makes it mandatory to open it up. That's like the only path I can see why Apple would allow us.
Yeah, and that's also where I would like the EU to help me to open up the hardware-specific thing that we have on Android. If they can help us to unlock this, it would be super nice because it will make these features even more useful for us because it won't use the battery.
Yeah, exactly.
This has been so cool because this has been on our wish list, right? The moment we were working on voice 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, was it 3 years? I think it's been forever already. But like since we started Year of the Voice, we've been like, oh, we want to have old Android devices be repurposed to this. And so I am super stoked, Timo, that it is finally landed. Well done. Well done.
Thanks. And for those of you that are running fully kiosk or any other thing, this
too bad, so sad.
Yeah, you can run it in background. just keep it on background, and it will just pop up on top of it. You don't need to have the application open. So if you have your fully kiosk or even Chrome open with Home Assistant, it will just pop over it, and you can continue the conversation.
I think a lot of people are rightly calling out that the inability to assign these devices to an area makes it harder for that room context. And you ran into that while you're showing your demo, Timo. So I think I posted in chat for tablets. It makes a little bit more sense. They tend to be put in one room. It's a lot easier. But For most phones, I'm going to say, as people rightly called out, they want to use some of these older phones as satellites. For most phones, people are carrying them in every room they actually have. So that's a bit complicated overall, but it's good feedback.
I mean, if you have a stationary phone, of course, then yes, you can put it in an area.
Especially tablets.
You also have like people, I don't know, my mom have Home Assistant at home, and she doesn't have any microphone in her house. So she only has her phone. So she interact with her phone all the time for interacting with Home Assistant.
Right. I saw a bunch of cool questions comment, Timo. One person asked, when can we set the Home Assistant app as default home screen? Well, we already have that. That's already live.
Yeah, we can. If you go in the settings, you can scroll down again into this big list, but a bit further down. You can just use Allow as Home App, and then a new entry comes in. You can click on Change Home App and pick Home Assistant. Once you do that, Home Assistant become your launcher, and then when you are going to restart your phone or if it crashed, because sometimes it crashed, it will just restart Home Assistant right where it was.
Nice.
Wait, apps on Android crash?
Yeah, no, never.
So I'm trying to justify the fact that I'm still on iOS. So don't worry, don't mind me.
All the cool people are on Android.
Exactly.
Yeah, tell us about all your problems transitioning to that, Paulus.
It's been pretty smooth.
Okay,
it's been pretty smooth.
And listen, both ecosystems have their pros and cons. I'm okay with what I'm in right now.
Yeah.
I saw some question about the automotive and Google Auto. Yes, there is some room there. Yeah, where we can actually do some stuff. The automotive app is actually, well, it needs some love, and
no,
it needs some love. It might work, but for now it's not enabled because we actually need more testing. And actually, I don't have a car with Google Automotive, so it's quite hard to test on the emulator properly because every OEM have different thing in different integration, like a button on your wheel or whatever somewhere. It's kind of hard to test this. So for now, it's not enabled, but could be at some point.
Yeah. So if you're willing to donate a car to Timo,
yeah, exactly.
I think that's the question here, right? This is the
with Google Automotive, otherwise you can keep it.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So if you're to by any chance Bentley listening and you want to donate like a nicer car, then
yeah.
No, but we do are working currently on this Google Automotive application. We do get some good feedbacks from users there, so I guess at some point it's going to work. Just need to spend some time on it. Yeah, if you want to contribute, just come and we'll help you also contribute to the application.
Yeah, come hang out. We have an Android channel in the Building in the Open section on our Discord server, which for the people that don't religiously follow all the channel updates on the Discord server, we have recently added a bunch of channels where the teams that work at the Open Home Foundation that work full-time on Home Assistant are discussing their work. So we're really trying to get as much as possible. I mean, some things like security disclosures, whatever, we cannot. However, we try to put as much of our communication in the open so that people can see what we're up to, join in, and help contribute as well.
There's a couple of things about that. The Android project thread that's in there will be eventually converted to a new channel, text channel like the other ones. I'm actually working to make sure Timo doesn't lose his quality of life in there. Because of our server size, you can't turn on notifications for channels, but you can for threads. So push notifications don't work for channels unless you're mentioned. And so I'm trying to find a bot solution that'll actually help Timo and a couple of the other Android contributors in particular, so that they don't lose that quality of life there. So the section is mostly for people to be watching the conversation, though. There's going to be more changes coming in the future, where I'm going to create a discussion category where we can actually talk more about these projects with the rest of the community. But the main focus for the Building in the Open is just watching us start the building, watching us get the future of the product planned.
I just want to answer one question that is on the thread about does it work on Sonoff NS Panel Pro? Because
Ooh.
it's only on Android 8. Actually, it does work on every devices starting from Android 6.
Jeez.
Jesus.
So it does work on Android 8. The only constraint is it needs to run on architecture 64. That's the only constraint. And actually, for this specific device that has been mentioned there, it works because we did test it with Bram, and he's super happy because he has it on his wall and he's able to use it. And it looks like a button, and you can speak to your button, so it's super nice.
By the way, Timo, this one is for you. I think it's very well put. One sentence is missing. Great work, Timo. Thank you so much.
Nice.
And if you really like what Timo does, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Do that like. Hit that like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to us. You get notified
Well,
when we go
and
live.
you know, we've already talked about the merch store, but we should also talk about the commercial partners and their licensed products of the Open Home Foundation. So if you want to support our work, we always build everything in the open. We give everything away for free. Please subscribe to Home Assistant Cloud by Nabukasa. It is an official product. The 60% of the profit goes towards the Open Home Foundation, helps pay for all the salaries of all the people you see on the screen, minus myself, actually. But no, it helps all the people that work at the Open Home Foundation. Our budget is publicly published on the website as well. You can see where we spend our money. Our money is spent on building open source technologies. And in fact, we also make sure that like the hardware, the official hardware that we make, Home Assistant Green, Home Assistant Voice Preview Edition, all that software is also all fully open source, right? There's never anything locked behind like a product. We make sure that if you don't want to give us money, which is fine, it's your choice, you can still get and build everything exactly as you could buy it in the store, because we believe that technology should be commoditized, accessible to everyone. The only thing we can hope for is that you support our work so we can continue to do awesome stuff.
And keep getting more people to help us build this awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The space of the project right now is unbelievable. It's so cool. I enjoy it every day.
Oh, I want to actually do a little segue now that I mentioned that.
Oh.
At the Open Home Foundation, we actually have 3 new positions
Oh,
open.
yeah. I'm looking for
Yes.
people.
Frank is looking for 2 people, and the marketing comms team is actually looking for a second partnership manager to help Miranda out. So in a second, I'll drop those links in chat. You can also end up finding those in our Discord, and I'll post them on Reddit as well. But if you are Frank, what are the 2 you're hiring for?
Well, I was about to share my screen, but because we can just list them all, that's even better, maybe.
Great.
But I'm looking for a front-end engineer who want to work on the Home Assistant front-end team within my department, and you will be mostly working on, well, TypeScript and things like that, right? The DOM and all those fancy terms. I'm not a front-ender. You can already hear that immediately, right? Which is great. If you can, please help me out, because CSS, refresh, cache, browser, I know all the terms. It's fine. No, but I'm looking for a front-end engineer that can help us out and can strengthen that team. So if you're up for that, please come over and apply. Then I'm looking for a security engineer. I want to improve our general harden. Yeah, exactly. Harden Home Assistant, ensure we're doing the right thing and have everything in place to do that, to follow best practices and whatnot. If that sounds good to you, then I'm looking for you and you should apply.
Yeah.
Yep. And then lastly, that partnership manager. There is so much work that Miranda does. She needs a second person as her partner in crime. So if you are experienced in dealing with partners, specifically B2B kind of clients, you definitely want to give that a look. Yeah. And here in a second, I'll drop all those links into the chat for you guys.
And so
I have you can share the main link, by the way. That works now.
I was going to talk about the partnership manager, because this is the Works with Home Assistant program. This is not a sales position, right? Like, we don't make money on our partnerships. Instead, because we don't want to accept money from manufacturers, we only want to accept money from our users so that our incentive is aligned, right? Like, we only want to do what is best for the people that give us money, and we don't want to give any manufacturer control over our destiny. right? So we built a smart home privacy, choice, sustainability. We do that for you, the user. That's why the Works with Home Assistant program, I mean, it costs 500 Swiss franc right now to become a partner in that program. Certification takes, of course, longer and there's more work involved. But yeah, so the partnership manager, it's not a sales position. It's very much managing partners.
Yep.
And
literally the title.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, that's higher. Good hook, by the way. Thank you so much for bringing it up. I almost forgot about it, actually.
Did I.
Well timed. Thank you so much. All right. Do we have more that we need to dive into, or should we go back to the release, actually? Because there is a few things more to discuss.
Yeah. No,
Let's go back to the release.
Releases. I feel like it's been an hour right now, and we've shown 2 features.
Yeah. So let's bring in another one. Let's just do it. I will bring up my instance and then we'll talk about it, because lately we have been improving a little bit around energy.
Oh.
Yeah, the home dashboard too. But unfortunately, that little addition isn't showing on my instance right now.
No, there is one shown right now on the screen. That's why I thought you were going to bring it up.
The updates.
Yes. So before we only showed discovered and devices, but now we're also showing updates and repairs in the summaries. So if you have an update, if you have a repair, it is right there, 1 click away. It's in the sidebar, so it's not in your face, as we expect most of the interaction is with the areas or with your favorites, common control. So yeah.
There will also show up here is another one which currently doesn't show, which is the one I meant initially, is repairs. If you have a repair open, it will also show up here, but that's only if you're having the admin role assigned to your user. Otherwise, those will be hidden for you at that point. Another addition, if we're talking about this dashboard anyway, under security, which I probably don't have, I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Nope, I don't have it. Is Windows will show up there now as well, because you might have left them open.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a nice little touch. That's dashboarding, actually, which is not the reason I came here, although there are still dashboards. Yeah. We came for energy, indeed, which is also a dashboard, right? So we came here for energy, and we did quite a few things around energy lately. And for this release, we have a few little more tweaks to the energy dashboard I want to share and show. So let me go to my energy dashboard, which is slowly shaping up, actually. So that's nice. Some things to notice instantly where you come here is that in the top, we now have removed energy and replaced it by electricity, because what is in here, we're talking about electricity and gas, water, and now. We made that split earlier, but left energy here, which was a little bit consuming, because you could argue that wasn't gas is also energy. Right now, the split is more clear. So I think that is well done. And if we go into electricity, we have now, instead of the sidebar, we have these things in top. Really nice. So this shows really cool. With some nice little tweaks towards the graphs. So if I would change my graph into this month, well, let's go a month back. Do I have so much data? I do. Look at my usage, by the way. It's insane. Anyway, for me, it's insane. Still getting used to be in the all electrical household through winter, I guess. Anyway, the bars you see are based on a date. And you used to have, if you would hover over them, you would see the same date as you could already read. But then you question yourself, which day was it? And this was actually contribution. It's a really small thing. But if you now hover over it, it will tell actually the date in the pop-up. And the day, knowing the days, it's such a little thing. I like this little contributions. Thank you so much for contributing that, by the way. It's amazing. I like these little tweaks. That's just attention to detail, which is important. Let me go back into today. Another thing here is water. Oh, sorry, now. And now we now have badges on top of here. So besides seeing like your current usage of today, what's happening now in terms of power usage, you actually have a badge on top here that shows you the actually current one. I really like seeing that. So you have your actual current power usage in a glance. Same for water flow. Nobody's using water in my household right now, but it does the same. If you have gas, for example, that is also like measuring flow, it will show up as well. So that's nice to see. Showing water flow here is actually new. It doesn't show up on my end, but this is new. I'm not sure why it's not showing up here as a flow chart. It should have, in my opinion. Or is it just here? Oh, it doesn't show up on my end. Uh-oh.
Bug.
A bug.
Abort.
Yeah, it should have been there. We'll ask. But yeah, that's basically the sum up of the changes here. I saw a question coming by, which I really like to answer, by the way, which is, why not rename gas into heating?
My oven doesn't heat my home, guys. I have a gas stove. I'm not using it to heat this 2,400 square foot house.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I mean, it is, that's the thing, right? Like, we have people cooking with gas still. And like, for example, this is in Europe, people are like, why don't you just switch to induction? In the US, it's a lot harder because the base electricity is 120 volts. Induction cooking requires 220, which you have to like combine two lines to get it. It's possible, but it requires an electricity upgrade. And if your landlord doesn't do that, you're shit out of luck. You're cooking with gas, right?
Yep.
Or if it's just too expensive. Yeah.
We're actually tracking the type of what you're consuming, right? So electricity or gas or water. What I think we've done bad in the past is that we have mixed up a little bit of heating into the gas, which might be a bad thing. We have been discussing changing that potentially in the future by splitting out to more. To give you an example, I moved now into a house. I have gas usage for heating. I have power usage for heating because I have a heat pump hybrid. So I use both actually. But I also have a pellet stove. So I'm burning pellets like wood, biomass, right, in kilograms as well. So like for me, it's like a mix of everything. And combining that in one tap called heating is also weird.
No, but I think what needs to happen is that if you actually go back to the home dashboard, that is where we have links to different domain dashboards, right? So we have already a climate dashboard that shows thermostats. Well, that should be the heating, right? So if you can, in a way, figure out, or we can find a way how users can tell us what is being used for their heating, we can include the pellet stove and these kind of things. So when we designed the homepage, we already had these summaries in mind, right? There's a security dashboard, there's a media player, and we haven't put a lot of effort, to be honest, in these dashboards, but we do that on purpose, as in, we didn't want to hold back everything until all these different dashboards were done. So we've shipped the homepage right now. There's actually there's a new project channel. There's somebody, a community member, working on designing a new security dashboard, having a bunch of improvements there. That's coming. That's really cool. So there's people working on it. But if you're interested in working on heating in Home Assistant, come to the product and UX channel. Ping Laura. She is the product manager who is working on dashboarding stuff, and she will happily talk with you and like see what kind of ideas are feasible. Let's, if you're a designer, help us like design these kind of dashboards, and then let's find a community member that can help you build it. Or maybe we allocate some resources in the Open Home Foundation if it is part of the betting table. And so like this is how we build stuff, right? Like somebody just says, why doesn't it do heating? And then people start building, looking what could all come together. And all of a sudden we have an amazing environment, climate, heating, whatever you call it, dashboard. Yeah.
I'll actually use my battery now. That's cool. Anyway, looks good. While we're here, do we have any more on this? Actually, no. I think I had everything, right? There's a lot of discussion going on, by the way, on different types of heating. And this is the discussion that has been happening. And this is the reason why we have simply not renamed gas to heating. Just look at the chat, scroll bit through it, and you'll understand.
That's so, like, I mean, the district heating, where like we measure the amount of energy that was like enters your house and leaves your house. So we know, like, there's just so many crazy things.
By the way, I also noticed something else in the chat. Since we can like close this topic up, there's Miranda here. Speaking of works with Home Assistant, we were not speaking about Works with Homelessness, not just to be fair. But anyhow, are there any new partners this month?
We were. She was just
Wow.
late. We were talking about the partnership manager role. That was Purpose Home Assistant. She chimed in at the appropriate time. You just switched
and
context.
we missed it.
Yes.
Oh, okay, we switched context. Talking about the Works with Home Assistant program, did you know we had a new partner this month?
Yes. Hyman.
Sounds like He-Man.
Yeah.
I think it's
So Hyman is a cool new Work with Home Assistant partner. They are joining with Matter stuff, right? So this is stuff that works locally with Home Assistant. I mean, obviously, because we did not accept cloud stuff in the Works with Home Assistant program. They make smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors. They work. They have versions for United States and North America. They have versions for Europe. And it's nice stuff. We've tested it. We have verified that it works great with the Matter integration in Home Assistant. We have made sure every attribute, like things actually work. So yeah, we vouch for this one.
What I absolutely love about Hyman, by the way, is that they have it's a new niche for us, right? They are bringing in a type of device that we don't have much in our Works with Home Assistant program yet. But what I like the most is that their smoke detector is available all around the world. She actually, and the CEO of the detector as well, right? It's so cool that there's a manufacturer out there that actually has them available across the world and can be integrated reliably. That's a rarity. So I like that for that.
That's nice.
That's really good.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, more choice is always better.
Right.
More choice, more better. New tagline.
No, Hyman is cool. I like this being added. Miranda, while you're here, can you spoil some new ones? Are we getting more partners this month? Do you know, actually?
Yeah, this year.
I know.
This year? I have no doubts for this year. Oh, you know. Oh, darn. You left out a little here. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Thanks, Miranda, for bringing that up. And hey, Mom, welcome.
If you want to meet Hyman, I think they will be joining our Home Assistant meetup in Shenzhen on March 14, because we have actually some of our team members, myself included, we are heading to China and to Japan. We're doing a little tour. We're hanging out with the Home Assistant community. We're talking to manufacturers, pitching them on local control open standards, talking about with the Home Assistant China community. I was actually like on WeChat now as well, right? Like, because that's where the Home Assistant China community lives.
Yep.
And so we are meeting up in Shenzhen on March 14, and we are meeting up in Tokyo on March 17. So these are going to be two cool meetups. Let us know if you're around. I don't know if the people over there also watch YouTube, but I hope so. Take you there. So. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to be there. Marcel is going to be there, the creator of Music Assistant. And in Tokyo, we're also going to be joined by Ingo, the creator of Matter.js. So
this is big because this is the first Asia tour that we're actually doing. We haven't been able to travel to Asia and meet our communities in these spaces, so it's really good. There's another meetup that's actually not on here yet for FOSS Backstage. Errol will be hosting a meetup in Berlin, same day, March 17th, as the Tokyo one. It's not only a partnership with FOSS Backstage, but Women in Open Source. So this is a really big thing for us to actually do that. That'll actually be up before the end of this week. I'm running some things past the partners that we're working with for that. But there's going to be that one on in Berlin, and then we have a couple more coming up down there. If you want to scroll a little bit for me, Frank. Lovely. We've got Hasselt. Yes, again, they are just consistently having meetups there. In
Number
Hasselt.
5.
Yes.
Hasselt number 5.
Yes. And then we've got Chile. Andres is the one who's been hosting those consistently. This is the first one since, or this year. So it's been about 6 months since the last one. So if you are in Chile, go ahead, see if that's in your area. And then I think it's in Santiago. And then Stockholm is there in May.
And if you don't see your city here, you can actually host your own. So if you go to homeassistant.io, we have a Meet the Community card. You click on it. We will help you organize this, right? Like we can help you send you stickers to hand out. I think we can send you a t-shirt so you can represent the brand.
Yeah, we're going to make this a lot easier. I actually just talked with Anton about this week with the new merch store. It's a little bit harder for people to actually get what we're calling a host package. So hopefully in the coming weeks, we'll have an easier way to request it. But if you buy stickers or a shirt from our store and you are a host of a meetup, send me a message on Discord. You can email me, missy@openhomefoundation.org, or the community email, which is community@openhomefoundation.org. Just let me know. We can work with you and get reimbursed for that purchase.
Yeah. Because we want more, like I said in the beginning of the stream when talking about Save the Open Home, we want more members of our community to meet up in person, because meeting local users is very powerful.
That's so good.
Because you all have similar solutions to like the problems, right? Like you all have the similar way of heating your house, similar ways of getting your electricity or your garbage pickup that have like certain quirks regionally, right? Or integrating your public transport, etc. So
yeah. And last week, I actually met several people in the community at the London meetup, which was quite lovely. There's someone in the chat who actually started a smart home and AI training center in the UK. Marius and George, they're actually in chat. I kind of squealed a little bit at them when I saw they were there. And then Frank, you actually went to Cologne a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, correct. 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half by now. Cologne, where it was busy. It was 100, 150 people.
Holy shit.
A lot.
Nice.
Yes, it was huge, which was super fun, by the way. It was really fun to be there. But in general,
like came out of that too. Some little fun project of yours that came from the Cologne. You know, people have been talking about it in chat.
You want to bring it up now? Okay.
It was a good segue. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can do a quick peek. That's okay. Let's do that. So what happened? Let me explain then. Before we do, by the way, before I take that segue, I marked a little thing because I think Miranda is just in a different time zone. It's delayed, but she answered. There are 2 more partners coming this month at least. So that's nice. A lot of new devices from current partners, which I think is really good, but no spoilers.
Oh.
Boo.
Just
boo.
Like and subscribe this channel, and we'll talk about it next month.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right. Let me switch to my instance real quick then, because I think then I can tell what's going on. So last month, as was already said, or last month, a week and a half ago, I was in Cologne. And in Cologne, there was actually a guy, T-Flow, who is also a content creator in Germany. Go look him up on YouTube, T-Flow. He makes content on Home Assistant, but he had a shirt on which intrigued me. It was a very nice, cool Doom shirt, like the 1993 Doom game. And so we were talking about it because I was saying, hey, dude, that shirt is just freaking cool. And maybe but Doom is basically like the thing that runs on anything nowadays. So we were discussing, like, why doesn't it run on Home Assistant? Yeah, why doesn't it? So I actually gave AI a shot. And I actually created a Doom integration. So let me show you right here pretty quickly. It's a custom integration. It is on Hacks. There it is, this Doom. It provides you a bunch of entities and sensors. And you can actually play the game inside of Home Assistant by adding it to your dashboard as a card, or by using the famous cheat code. It will pop up from anywhere you are in Home Assistant. You can play the game. Yeah, that's the fun thing. Good. That's it, right? Yeah. There we go.
Yes, finally the answer to, does it play Doom? Yes, it does. Home
It does.
Assistant plays Doom. Absolutely. This is crazy. One of my favorite things you actually implemented was the entity there on if you were playing or not. That one is one of the coolest ones.
Yeah, so you could actually change your lights to be like a more Mars kind of theme thing, right? When you're type it. I see all the cheat codes coming by. It's the famous God mode cheat code, by the way, that triggers this. But actually, this is available as a card as well. It's on Hacks. Look it up. It's fully AI coded, which is, by the way, the stunning part of this. I coded it with GitHub Copilot fully, basically by giving it some commands, and it's just that's it. It's the quality again, and it works pretty well, and it's fun to play.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Right.
Sorry, I put you on the spot for that one.
It's okay. It's okay. I like it installed on this instance, so that's okay. It works on every system. Yes, it does. A lot of people, geez, I'm 15 again. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, it definitely is. I played it too much.
Oh, I played a lot of too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so cool. All right, talking about serious stuff again. Let me see, what else do we have? Because I think we actually covered most of the things in this release, except for the bigger parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as I started telling at the beginning of the live stream, we've put a lot of focus into community contributions this month. Like we still have talked about quite a large sum of things, and especially the thing that Timo did on Android is stunningly big and amazing. But most of all, we fixed them. This is something else.
So let's start with the first one, Ghost. So Ghost is the newsletter platform that we use for the Open Home Foundation that Frank uses to host his blog, I believe. And John O'Nolan is actually the founder of Ghost. So Ghost is also a foundation. They're registered in Singapore. They are also fully open source. They're an alternative to things like Substack, WordPress, these kind of things. And yeah, John is a big Home Assistant user. And he loves Home Assistant, and he just decided like, okay, I want to combine my product with the product I love. And so he built a really cool integration, integrating your Ghost publication metrics. So you want to know how many subscribers you have, revenue as well, these kind of things. You can all use Ghost for that, the new integration.
I haven't tried yet. I should set it up. I indeed use Ghost. I like it a lot. I like the fact that you can turn a lot of stuff off. That's the reason I like them, to be fair.
That was that was for us, right? When we were looking for the Open Home Foundation, we had a newsletter first, and like every newsletter was just injecting tracking and these kind of things. It was like, no, I don't want to send out tracking. I don't actually care if people read it, right? Like I want to write about what we're writing about. And if you, by the way, this is the first time you hear that we have a newsletter, you can go to the easiest way, just go to homeassistant.io. Click join the community. I think there will be, no, you scroll a bit down. There's on the second join the community card. There's a newsletter link. Otherwise, newsletter.openhomefoundation.org will also get you it. And then once a month, I will send you the latest on what's on my mind, some other cool things that were happening around, like there's the new Home Assistant release, what's happening in ESP Home, but also things outside of our maintenance view, but within our domain, right? So we always highlight stories that are happening in the news. For example, there was a lot of things happening around Ring. They did a big Super Bowl ad to show how they are using AI to create a surveillance state. And people were like not happy. Ring retracted all that stuff and like pulled this collaboration with like Flock, who's also worked with the government and whatnot. So these things happen in the news. I like to highlight it just so that people are in the loop what happens in and around the Open Home.
Yep, definitely a nice newsletter to read, by the way. I love that one. I like the different view, to be fair. Like just a different view of the industry and what's happening around us on a high level. It's
one of my favorite things about our newsletter is that we don't pull our punches either. Like if we are like upset about the way something happens in the industry, we talk about it. Like it is something that not having that corporate mouthpiece we have to bypass for everything. We get to talk about how we truly feel about these things, which is really, really nice.
I mean, that's the nice thing, right? No investors, no corporate overlords, just the users and us just building cool stuff.
It's so great.
Yeah.
All right, talking about this list, Home Vault is a nice one to see, to be fair. And the third one, it's Tibber. If you have Tibber, then you can buy one of those like batteries. I feel like batteries is becoming slowly a hot thing. You can definitely see that in this release as well, in the integrations, especially in Europe and in the Netherlands. Like next year, we will no longer have like the tax advantage over the years. So like right now, it's becoming a hot item.
Oh, because you
is
get
there.
like a tax advantage of putting your excess solar back into the grid, right?
Yeah, you can compensate that. So if you could deliver like 10 kilowatts to the grid, then at a later time you can like compensate that back again.
I mean, it is kind of like,
it's just a flawed system. It is flawed. It's good that it's going away, but right now nobody in the Netherlands has a reason to buy actually a battery, because our grid is basically a battery, which causes problems as well. And that's not how it works, it's all honesty. So I'm happy with the change, although it does mean that like batteries, at least over here, are becoming very popular right now, or at least like it pops up now more. In default is another one in here, by the way, that shows up for a similar reason, and there's some more down there as well. Leap Hair, I was surprised seeing this one. And I'm happy to see this one. It's refrigerators and freezers, which is quite a huge brand, actually.
I had never heard of it. Maybe I've seen them. I'm excited about MTA. Like that's going to be. I mean, I'm in New York, right?
I was going to say you would be.
Yeah, and so no, I added my stops with the, and so now I have for my two trains that serve, two subway lines that serve as my closest subway station. I now have the next 3 trains when they're coming, which direction, what kind of route types they are, and so it's great, right? So you can have this on a small screen, and so it's easy when you're about to leave the house, you know if you're gonna make it or not.
MTA, there it is.
Yeah.
OneDrive for Business. We already had support for OneDrive, but OneDrive for Business is apparently not the same OneDrive, which surprised me in a way. But still, it's now there.
Nice.
Power Fox, more energy to be here. That's good. And Zinfold, here's another one with batteries as well.
Wow.
Yeah. But take a look at this list of new integrations this month. It's
that is just like a long. I mean, this is the result of the core team really doubling down on reviewing, right? This is where we get a lot of contributions in Home Assistant all the time. We go through them, a lot of them all the time as well. And it's a bit of a battle where like, is the community winning or are the reviewers winning, which are also including community members, by the way. That's not just full-time employees. We really appreciate all the people that help with reviewing, because getting all these integrations in, maintaining the quality standards that we have is hard work.
It is. To put double down on that one, by the way, because this list is becoming way more extensive than we already talked about. Oh, by the way, Ubisoft is here as a visual integration. That's cool. Improvements to existing integrations. Now, hold on, because this is like, let me scroll through it really quick. This is normally a small list. This month, it's a huge list. And this also shows the review efforts there. But yeah, matter. Carbon monoxide.
That's nice
to see. And TVOC. That's nice to see air quality sensors landing there. Really nice. Thank you for the contributions. This was contributed. Reolink cannot miss out of this list. Like, at this point, I'm not sure how they like come up with stuff anymore. Anyhow, Samsung keeps expanding, which I really like. That SmartThings integration like really ramped up over the last months, by the way, the last half year-ish. Great to see. Roborock now supports the Zeo washing and drying machines. I've seen those at CES, like the previous edition in 2025.
I was looking at them, but it looks like they're not in North America. I think they're only for Europe.
Okay.
So
Unify Protect, by the way, PT support. That's a big one.
oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Let's see what else to call out in here. Please feel free to jump in if you're like, okay.
Yeah,
that's a
I'm.
good one.
You know, I mean, I like that the KNX is still being expanded as well. Like that's always been I think you mentioned, Frank, that in Germany you met so many KNX users. Like it's a very popular standard over there.
In Cologne, I swear, like on that meetup that afternoon, I've heard the terms Homematic and KNX more times than I've heard it like in the past 8 years with the project. Like it's just nuts. Like KNX is very popular in the German-speaking countries for a good reason, by the way. It's very reliable and such as well. So
it's a pain to configure, right? Because it's all wired and like there's no metadata. It's
really a bus system.
Yeah, Nabukasa just hired a new product manager, Shay. He's going to start in April, I think, or May. I forgot. His whole house is also KNX. Like he did a gut renovation and just wired everything up. So looking forward to learning more about KNX from like somebody who's in the weeds.
Lovely. I like actually, personally, to do a little sidetrack here. I like Renault. And not because I have a Renault. I like just the fact that you can sound the horn.
That is
I wish
cool.
my car, right? I wish my car could do that because it's on the driveway right in front of the entrance. I really would love to ring the doorbell and then trigger an automation that honks the horn that you like scares the bejesus out of you. It just sounds fun. In my mind, that sounds really fun. I really wish I could do it, but I cannot honk the horn.
You love chaos. That's what it really is.
Right?
Yeah.
We talked about that before today. Somehow that's up. Yes.
Some people are calling out that Proxmox update there.
I mean, that's huge. Because last release that we got Proxmox landing.
UI.
Yeah,
in the
and
UI,
the
yeah.
UI, and now it's like, they're not stopping, right? So they keep building on it. So that's really good to see.
Media is continuing strong. That's cool. Entropic, by the way, we now support
if you want to spend more money,
model.
You want to
It's easy.
Yeah,
just use this one.
Yeah, Opus 4.6 is a lot more eager to use tokens than Opus 4.5. So use it at your own risk of your wallet, I would say. But it's nice as possible.
Yep, definitely. Portainer. If you run Home Assistant Docker stack in Portainer, you can now manage that too. Really cool. Erwin is actually, by the way, doing a lot on the Portainer integration. I love his work there.
Nice.
Really well done.
Nintendo, always good to see. I sometimes would love to know, like, are people actually using Nintendo parental controls, or is this like because we can?
We can, right? We can just go. You mean like have they enabled it or automate with it?
Yeah. Oh, look at the analytics. Can we look at the analytics?
Yeah. Of course, it's over 1,000.
Okay, 1,000. And then it's like one in 4 people opt in, right? So it's like 4,000 people. It's not bad.
I wish some automations would be nice, just to share something. Let us know if you're using it in the comments. That's something we never say, actually. You should write it in the comment if you use that. We have a switch. I could use some controls on that, to be fair. All right. What else is in here? Control 4 actually shows up. That's also interesting.
Yeah. And we're talking to Control 4 to get their data into our system. Because I always thought it was going the other way because they just have like almost no integrations.
Correct.
Yeah. But I like the JVC projectors, by the way. That's like, I've been recently interested in like multimedia rooms, kind of like home theaters and how we can better support that. So seeing JVC getting better support is a nice one.
That's nice. And the lower we get in this list, by the way, the less popular they are. Like it's sorted by popularity. So Matter is the most used integration in this list, apparently, so that everybody sees the most common things first. But this is a nice, huge list. Actually, we've seen this month, and this was already pointed out here. A round of applause for all contributors. That's definitely on its place because it's a huge list. Absolutely true. Integration quality scale achievements. Again, we see a lot of them, and this is also by all the work by the reviewers this month, which is really good to see some good names in here. By the way, Image is in here, or sorry, Image. I'm still calling it on this German thing. I actually got from them.
Are you going to show the installer? We met, so we were in Brussels a month ago, just before the last release, and we met the Image team at FOSDEM, and we were talking with them, and they gave us all a CD that you can use as that's a DVD. It's a DVD that's a live ISO.
A DVD?
I think so. Maybe it's a CD. Now I don't even remember. But you can, it launches into a Linux distribution that runs Image, like from a booting from the CD.
I'm sorry, I cannot find it. Like I know it's here somewhere, but I've moved in not too long ago, so I'm still in the phase of where's everything. It's somewhere in this area. Maybe I'll show it next time. But the CD is really cool. It's really old-fashioned, like an old installer CD kind of thing. That's really nice. Yeah, lots of them upgraded. So nice to see this list growing and absolutely
It's been a huge list.
Yeah. Also now in UI in FluxDB.
Oh,
good to see that.
It wasn't there.
Yeah, correct. Nessalarm and Splunk. Thank you so much for contributing those. And we have a bunch of other noteworthy changes. One of them is actually the first one I probably should just show. I think that's better to do. Let me switch to my instance back and see what's going on. Hello, instance. Yeah. Let's go into settings here. And you might have noticed in previous release, there was we added these ones, right? You did that, Paul, actually. Yeah. Matter, Zigbee, Z-Wave Thread, and Bluetooth are now available from the settings menu. Except if you went into that, it looked very developer-ish. It wore a bunch of pedals that we never paid much attention to, and all of a sudden now it was here and everybody saw them.
Yeah.
And Matthias didn't agree, I think.
No, so he's been cleaning it up and he's been aligning so that they all get the similar experience for each protocol. So yeah, let's open one.
Okay. Matter.
Yeah. Yeah, so we all have now is the network online, then you have a network card where you can look into devices or entities, and then some options and other things. So for example, and actually you could just click to the thread panel from here, because a lot of people go for Matter, they look for thread. And so the thread panel, this one actually has not been redesigned. This is the old, but this is actually one of your most powerful panels, I feel, because it's very unclear for people sometimes to realize that they have extra thread networks that they should try to consolidate. A good example here is Frank, who has 2 HomePods, I think, a Homey Pro and a Home Assistant running the thread network, and a lonely Google Nest Hub having their own thread network. I have the same thing, by the way. I mean, I disconnected my Nest Hub development, but I just cannot get it on my home.
Nope. I've tried everything in my powers. It's just not happening.
Very stubborn. Thread 1.4 is going to solve it, I've heard, but we'll get there.
Let's hope for it.
We'll get there. But yeah, all the protocol panels are now all aligned. So click on Zigbee. Again, looks very similar. Also for Zigbee, for example, there's a show map, and you can actually see your full Zigbee network. Wow, Frank, it's very impressive.
It's my full Zigbee network, actually.
100% uptime. Yeah.
This is absolutely true. It's my full Zigbee network. Also, like, let's look at my full Z-Wave. Oh, Z-Wave is actually working. That's true. Sorry. So this is my full Z-Wave network, which is also empty. And Yeah, thread. I created the thread stuff in here, but it's the network, and Bluetooth is also 0.
Yeah, I do want to, by the way, mention real quick for the people that use Z-Wave. In the last month, we have updated the Z-Wave app that is the Z-Wave JS app that is used in Home Assistant, and now it also includes the Z-Wave JS UI. So previously, this was a separate app that people had to install from the App Store, previously known as the add-on store, just for clarity. And that was like, people were like, sometimes they wanted these advanced controls because these controls are useful for doing like things that we don't have in the user interface of Home Assistant because it's either too complicated or we haven't gotten to it yet. And now this is always one click away. So we don't push it to you. We don't tell you like, go there. But if you go to the app, you can now open that open that UI.
Yeah, this is the old one, so this is not a good example. I was hoping maybe the update fixes it, but that's something else. It costs us a restart of the app, so maybe I can actually show the app. But
I'm gonna see if I.
It's just not started. It's that simple.
Okay. I have it. I'm going. You want me to share my screen? I have the.
Sure, go ahead.
I have share screen.
You probably have devices in it as well, then. Hopefully,
yes,
maybe.
I do. So this is my so this is my Z-Wave thing. So you can see I have a wall remote here, and you can see I have a smoke detector. I was like, oh, I have my wall remote here in my hand even now. And it's actually cool. My Z-Wave adapter is, I use portable Z-Wave. So my Home Assistant is on the basement, and then I live on the top floor, and there's other people living in between. And so my Z-Wave ZWA2 is remotely connected to Home Assistant over Wi-Fi using our experimental portable Z-Wave firmware. Google portable Z-Wave, you'll find our blog post. But yeah, this control panel gives you settings. Like you can go, let me just like settings and Z-Wave. You can go very, you want to boot only the bootloader. Like these are the kind of things we will never put in Home Assistant, right? Like increase node report timeout. This is like, if you're running into issues, you really want to dive deep, this is the interface for you to go and like figure out all that stuff. You can also enable the sniffer. The sniffer allows you to see all the Z-Wave traffic that's also not part of your, you cannot see into it because Z-Wave traffic is encrypted, but you can see if your neighbors are using Z-Wave. And maybe if a message doesn't get received by a device that you expect to, maybe you realize, it's on a different network. So this is now all built in into the app that is just installed automatically by Home Assistant when you use the Z-Wave integration.
Could you, by the way, go to your the Z-Wave panel and go to settings and then Z-Wave, and then show like the map?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's actually, this is interesting because it's not in the mechanic room. I actually should change the area, but like maybe if we use portable Z-Wave, we should show one more hub, one more node in the network.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
Right. Yeah, and this is my wall remote. This is the one I have in my hand right now. Oh, maybe
it doesn't sound like a wall remote.
Yeah, well, okay, but I think also my battery is dead because this I was using it for development at some point. Okay, bad demo. But yeah, this is
bad demo.
We've been putting a lot of effort into getting all these visualizations going, and Ingo showed me he had one going for Thread and Matter. I hope that we can add as well soon to Home Assistant. By the way, talking about apps, can I show you a favorite app that the community member made?
Yes,
okay.
Of course.
It is called OpenCode. So OpenCode is an agentic harness to like do coding. And what he did is that the cool thing about OpenCode is that A, it's fully open source. B, it actually comes with some free models that you can run. It's cloud based. They offer just like some free AI. But this add-on is automatically it's developed by Magnus O. I will find the link later and throw it in the chat. It's already hooked up to Home Assistant. So you can just say like, what areas do I have? And it will actually go and talk to your Home Assistant instance and figure this out. And then Magnus has been doing a lot of effort into making sure that if templates get written, that they're valid. If configuration YAML gets written, that it's valid YAML, that doesn't like prevent your Home Assistant from not starting up. And here you go. It is printing out all the areas that it just fetched from my Home Assistant instance. Now, there's another cool thing happening here is that I have been on completely separate from this app. I've been working on a CLI to administer Home Assistant, just something that I want to play with and kind of see how we can build the best interface to manage Home Assistant from an AI. And I've been working with Magnus. Oh, and he actually, just say Magnus. Magnus put it in here as well. So you can actually say, can you give me a list of input helper, of input booleans? Let me see if this works. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm going to, it's always a bit hit or miss with AI. Yeah, so as you can see, it's already like it has found HAP. HAP is my Home Assistant Builder CLI. It is now, we basically in the community, when it talks about like the AI community has figured out that like MCP was a previous way of interacting. That didn't always work very well, but CLIs work very well. So, look, you have no input boolean helpers, but you have these other helpers. So it gave me a list of all the helpers in my house. That's actually correct. I don't have even input booleans. So, but this is really cool, right? I could even now rename, for example, one of these things. But this is my production instance, and these are actual helpers that I use. So I'm not gonna change it. But as you can see, you can actually interact with your house. You can say, you could even have it create dashboards. You can say, maybe I can, create, this is gonna completely fail, but called demo release party. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work. And this is also, this is something like just try it yourself at home. You can install this add-on. It doesn't cost any money to run this AI stuff. Yeah. So now it's been like, it's going to create a dashboard. I'm not sure if it's going to be shown in my sidebar.
It should.
Yeah. Add it also to my sidebar, right?
This is just wild. Like 3 years ago, this was not a thing you could do. You tried to do it with Home Assistant stuff and it would just fall flat on its face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, it would.
Okay.
And listen, the fact that I just said to the darn thing, like, hey, I want to play Doom on a dashboard as a card, and it figured it out after 2 hours and it came back with a working integration. It's just as crazy. This is the stuff that the age we're in right now.
Okay, it's going a bit crazy now to look at the sidebar. So
you broke it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, it found it.
MCP Hal taken over. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I will.
Sorry, can't do that, Pauls.
No. Okay, I'm gonna just go manually to here, to demo release party, vacuum.
Beautiful.
Configuration error. Oh, okay. Well, that was the demo.
Yay! Successful.
Of course.
It's great. Get it now.
Yeah. Yes, it's already in my sidebar. It was here. Damn it! It was all the way. It was just here the whole time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I shared the link already earlier. It's in the list for if you're interested in playing with that.
Yeah.
Try it. Go get it.
It's fun stuff.
It's
and
fun.
like, let me, when
stuff.
you figure, like, one of the things, the way that CLI that I've been building is being developed is that I just saw it like, it was struggling with some commands that I thought it should be able to call, but didn't work. And then it had to call other. I'm just going to add those commands, right? Like if this is how the AI thinks, that's how the CLI should work, right? The CLI is not made for humans, not made for API stability. It's made for AI to just guess what works and basically go from there. So,
all right. Some more other noteworthy changes. to mention is that Assist now supports removing items from a to-do list.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
That's great.
Yeah, it's kind of nice little touch. Yeah, we already covered the others. We didn't talk about this one. This is actually a big one. Let me show you that. Let me go back to my instance where Z-Wave currently works. As you can see, I have one antenna. All right, let's go to dashboards real quick. Here's an empty dashboard that we could use. If you added a dashboard, you have a sections dashboard. We have this nice little header and these cards you can put here. But there's also now a footer. So you can put something in a button. So if you're like, I want to put in here, like, my keys aren't working. I'm not sure what's going on. Probably you want to add Doom in the bottom, you can do so. There it is. It will also be sticky at the bottom, but you can put any card in there. And that's
very nice.
really cool addition, right?
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah, I can see a lot of nice custom navigation widgets to kind of be placed there.
Yeah, or maybe a series of badges still, or something else that is not necessarily like top attention, but still in the bottom could be very nice. You can also put in the date picker, I believe. I'm not sure if that's available for us card, but that's where it's designed for it. The energy dashboard has its date picker floating in the bottom. Basically, that has been exposed now, and you can put your own stuff in it.
Nice.
Last thing, we're running it on Python 3.14.
This used to be a big deal.
Here.
It used to be, no, it is still a big deal. This new Python releases are faster. That is a big deal. It used to be a big deal to do this upgrade.
But that's the reason why I put it here, because it's a nonsense thing at this point.
Yeah, stuff is just faster. Home Assistant once again runs faster. And
you just upgrade.
Yeah, what is so nice about Python upgrades is that you make the absolute core of the machine faster, but then everything will increase in speed, right? So that's just such a win for everyone. So I always love to see how Python is getting faster. There's a lot of, because Python is big in the AI community, there's a lot of effort also being put in making sure that stuff is fast, right? And that all benefits us. That's great.
For us, it's very important from a technical perspective that everything becomes faster.
Yeah.
But in the end, if you don't know what Python is, it's actually okay. We're at a point right now in history, many years later, where this is just not relevant. You just hit upgrade and we take care of it for you. While back in the day, we had compile guides and how to set it up and which packages you would need and then how you create your virtual environments. And those things were normal. And now it's just click, done, which is amazing.
Every time I see us talk about Python 3.14, I'm like, Python Py? It's Python Py.
Yes, they should have done PyPI.
They should have.
Yeah, probably.
Although there's too many projects called, we have PyPI and PyPI, and then maybe it's
too much.
Too much.
All right, then there's one thing left here. It's the backward incompatible changes. We have a few things here to look at. Don't be scared for some of them that I think we should highlight. One of them is container image, which means if you are using the container installation method, you could have potentially an issue if you use, for example, a very old Docker version. We're now compressing, no longer using gzip, but we're using the ZSTD, which is a different compression algorithm. If you're running a very old Docker instance or an old thing, then it could be problematic potentially.
If you use Home Assistant operating system, not a problem.
Not a problem.
We manage this for you.
Exactly. What else is very interesting in here? Well, Z-Wave has a little bit change of fans. The calculation for fan speeds has been fixed to be aligned with everything else. It might just cause like a little difference in percentage. That's been shown. If you rely on percentage speed of fancy automations, this might affect you, right? So this is important to list. Even though it's small, it might take you by surprise. For templates, there's a change in how unavailable works. So previously, if you had a template entity created yourself, not all the template entities would start up with an unknown state or an unfadable state. It would be by default, like, for example, on for a template fan or off, sorry, for a template fan. Now they actually can be unavailable or unknown and things like that. So all these entities, by the way, all the template entities have been receiving lots of love from Petro, which has been cranking on this forever. It's a very complex thing. His work there is like insanely well done.
He's
So
been
thank you so much
doing-
for your effort.
He's been doing template updates for like 8 months at this point, like just consistent
It's
updates every release. Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
And it's getting so good at this point and so consistent. So he's doing really
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
He's doing very well. Lights. This is more of a technical thing, but we've been migrating from Myrids to Kelvin since a long, long time. We're saying goodbye to Myrids. You probably, if you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Then
Exactly.
yeah.
That's why it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do remember that Myrids was the only thing, though. It was modeled after Philips Hue, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that was why I built Home Assistant, right? And they did
Yeah.
Myriad, so I had no idea about lights. So let me follow the experts.
Oh. Yeah, that's basically what we had in this release.
Yeah.
I saw a few questions still that I bookmarked that I want to highlight. Maybe that's cool to bring up. Let me hide my screen. By the way, there's no use for it right now. But any new target pickets for automations? Nope. We went through the whole list. They were not listed. We're
Almost.
coming.
Yeah.
Almost. No, there's a lot of stuff coming for automations. It will be part of next month's focus. So hopefully next month we have something to talk about.
Yeah.
To bring up something else, somebody found the Easter egg.
Oh.
Yeah. If you don't know what the Easter egg is and you missed the beginning of this live stream, we're talking about the State of the Open Home website. There is an Easter egg there. I'll give a little hint, and it's at the bottom of the page.
And the Easter egg is not that the tickets are for sale, because that's public, and you should definitely get a ticket.
Those aren't hidden. Press that yellow button there at the top that says buy tickets. Buy a ticket. Come see us. It'll be lovely. But if you scroll to the bottom of the webpage, you actually noted it, Frank. You just didn't continue clicking.
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling anything on stream.
Okay.
Not at all. There's somewhere an Easter egg down there. All right. I want to learn later after the stream, by the way. Tell me at the stage, the community
Q&A?
stage, where you definitely should go.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll show that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yes.
if you've been watching until now and you want to engage with us, ask us questions, once this stream finishes in like 4 minutes, as is scheduled, we're going to hop over to Discord onto the community stage. Anyone can hop on, ask a question, talk directly to us. Anything you want to know, we'll within reasons, we will talk and discuss. Always happy to hear from our users, contributors, and who else.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely. And go to the State of the Open Home website, the soto.openhomefoundation.org, and get your tickets to join. And if you're there anyways and you're going to join, make sure you get some of our nice merch and swag. Go to our swag store.
Yes.
By
the way,
right,
34 days
yes.
until State of the Open Home, Frank.
34 days.
We need I need to practice. I need to write. I don't even know yet what I want to say.
You don't know yet what you want to say, yet you're leaving for China.
I was going to say, have you bought your flight yet even?
I bought my flight to China. No, I've bought my flight to the Netherlands because this is always my kids have spring break. So I book a flight together with my kids. They visit the grandparents, my parents. And then I'm partying with the boys and the girls.
Listen, in the end, right? We're going to tell you what everybody who's watching, not you, Paulus, but everybody who's watching, we're going to tell you about what we're planning to do and want to do and we're going to do and what we've been up to. We have been talking about that, I don't know. It's our daytime job. So I'm not to worry. There's a lot of things to talk about. It's going to be fantastic, by the way. I'm so much looking forward to this year. I cannot tell you. And I cannot wait to talk about it, to be fair. So really looking forward to that. But Paulus, by the way, somebody noticed in the beginning of the stream. You lost
I
some
have
weight.
lost some weight. Yeah. I use Zepbound. It's like a Ozempic kind of drug. It's like once a week I take a insulin injection. It's like a tiny needle in the stomach, which you don't feel, and then I just eat less, and so I've lost already like 30 kilos.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
wild.
Yeah, I lost
That's
30
really
kilos
well.
since. It's been since October, I think it is. Maybe it's been end of September. So
And that's
yeah.
why, like, no one's seen you since then, and that's why you coming on is just like such a shock. All your photos are so outdated at this point. Like, it's
I know, I
you
need
look great. You really do.
Thanks. Yeah, and it's been like
looks really good.
some people like find there's kind of a stigma around this medicine, but like it works great. Like it's just like it's like a patch that I think if you have access to it and you have weight problems like I had. It's not like I had obese, like I was obese, but I was like always overweight, struggling with like losing weight, exercising, dieting was never my thing, and now that's all solved. I also work out, by the way, so it's like a combination. But
do you have a withing skill already?
I don't have a withing skill. I have a UV skill, which broadcasts my weight in real time with Bluetooth discovery packets for all my neighbors to see.
Wow. So that's at least it's not cloud. Withings is cloud though. It's not cloud.
Yeah, I only found out after I bought it. I was like, okay, well, oops.
That's true. I saw another one that came up a few times during the call. I bookmarked one, which is still the 3D print logo on a match store. And they're referring to that one there.
Oh.
This one I printed, by the way, and there was also questions about the STL. I wanted to say that this is actually an existing model on Make a World. It's actually made by Paul, the creator of Mushroom, who also works at the Open Home Foundation.
Yeah.
And it's actually this one. I just made it a lot bigger.
Yeah, you made it like what, 600% bigger or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yes, but I will put the link into the chat for people that are interested. I know we get that out of the way as well. There you go.
How many grams of plastic is that?
I don't know. I have no clue how much. I really don't know about this, but it doesn't weigh a lot, by the way.
Okay.
It's not solid, right? It's just the top layer, and the inside is like doesn't have to carry weight, so there's not much.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh nice.
Oh, so it's not a good weapon then.
No.
I would not like it to get it thrown at my head, to be fair.
Fair.
All right. All right. I think that kind of wraps it up, to be fair.
That does wrap it up. Yeah.
We need to go to Discord.
Yeah, because I've got some new gadgets that I want to share. So I'm going to do that on the Discord stage. So
let's do it, including that robot behind you, because that's so interesting. We should talk about that.
Demo some of the robot stuff as well on Discord. So, it has a cool UI, like it has a web interface. I did different apps, so it's cool.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody. Thank you for joining.
Yes.
Hope to see you next month.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, like and subscribe. Yeah, hit the bell.
Always hit those buttons. See you guys over.